This is a matchup that is kind of difficult to predict a clear winner, but I'm going to go with my gut feeling, and that is that I predict that Kovalev will defeat Bernard Hopkins, possibly by a late round stoppage in the championship rounds, or by a 12-round wide unanimous decision. And the reason why I predict that outcome is because Kovalev, at some point of this fight, is going to display his underrated boxing skills. I think people are going to see that not only does he have punching power, but he also has skills to come with it. I think that he's going to establish his jab in this fight, and he's going to offset Bernard Hopkins. And Bernard, I mean, we know that he defeated punchers like Trinidad and Kelly Pavlik, but against Trinidad, he did it when Trinidad was moving up in weight, when he was pretty much a welterweight, and Trinidad felt his punches a little more. Against Pavlik fought him at a catch weight of 170, and maybe that was too much for Pavlik to handle at the time. Against Kovalev is just a totally different situations, different circumstances. This is Kovalev's natural weight of 175, and I know that Hopkins has been fighting at 175 for quite a long time now. I just don't think that he's going to have the, he just won't be able to stay away from Kovalev, a much bigger guy than he is. Maybe when you see him, they look, around the same weight and same weight distribution. But Kovalev, this is his bread and butter. This is his weight class. And I think that he's just going to impose his will on Hopkins. I don't see how Hopkins can dictate this fight, doing his boxing, doing his defensive tactics. I just don't see it. I think that Kovalev is just going to walk right through anything that Hopkins gives him. And I don't know if Hopkins will be able to do the same. I'm not sure if he will be able to take Kovalev's punches the way he took, Trinidad's or Pavlik or even, Tarver's punches. I just don't see that. I don't see that happening at all tonight. Like I said, I think that Kovalev is going to fight a different fight early in the fight and keep Hopkins away from him, and at the same time land punches from the outside. And then he's going to start utilizing his power punches probably about middleweight, in the middle rounds through the fight. And from there on, I think he's just going to dominate Hopkins and possibly even stop him. It all depends what Hopkins shows up. If this is the Hopkins that comes in and wants to, tit for tat. I mean, not that he always does that, because that's not his style, but if he actually thinks that he can outmaneuver Kovalev and the punching department, then that fight could end earlier than expected. But if Kovalev starts landing on Hopkins early and Hopkins goes into defensive mode, then we're probably going to see a 12-round wide unanimous decision, possibly a boring fight, because let's face it, Hopkins is not in one of these fights that it's a must-see. That's why he has trouble getting fights. I know he blames race for not getting recognition, but I totally don't believe that. I think he just doesn't get the recognition from the media because of his fighting style, and that's it. Most people would rather see a fighter who goes out there and just goes on the offensive, like Mike Tyson. The media never had problems with Tyson, and he was an African American fighter. So, but now I'm going a little off topic. Back to the fight. I just think that Kovalev is going to win this fight. Even if Hopkins was 10 years younger, I still see Kovalev winning the fight. Just the fact that this is his weight class. He has monsters punching power, and I don't know if Hopkins will be able to deal with that kind of power. So that is my prediction. I predict Kovalev to win, possibly by a TKO stoppage late, maybe 10th, 11th, 12th rounds in those championship rounds, or a unanimous decision by Kovalev in which he wins this fight comfortably.